Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Andrew Morales here alongside KNN anchors Joseph Fitzgerald and Ben Murphy. And guys, last week was not the best of weeks for the Knights. Something we're not actually used to as of lately.
Yeah, but, it's tough week for the Knights. I mean, but that's going to add some extra motivation this week against Mandarin. Hopefully they had a good week of practice. I know we're recovering from some injuries, but it's going to be a good week.
And I did get a chance to talk to some of the coaches, and they said the defense was their number one priority this week and stopping the run. Mm-hmm. So hopefully we'll see a lot of improvement this week.
Yep.
All right. So, Joseph?
Sir.
30-second timeout.
This week we got a chance to go keep up with the school spirit theme, and we visited the varsity cheerleaders. I mean, and who has more school spirit than them? So let's get right to it and see how they did.
What's up, Creekside High School? It's Joseph Fitzgerald with this week's 30-second timeout. And we're going to keep in the theme with school spirit. And who has more school spirit than your varsity cheerleaders? So, CKVC, your time, it starts now.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1.
You being a cheerleader means to lead the school spirit and to be a role model for everyone at school.
My favorite part of being a cheerleader is probably the Friday night football games. I just love to be on the field cheering with all the crazies. What I'm looking forward to this year is probably competing as a team because we're close to all of the freshmen and the sophomores, and it should be an amazing year.
Thing that I'm looking forward to most this year would have to be our competition season for cheer. We have a really good shot at winning state, and that would just be the icing on the cake.
Well, now you know. I mean, that was a great 30-second timeout. It was very interesting to see how much hard work the cheerleaders put in because it's a whole lot more than just going out and cheering in front of the student section every week. They practice for competitions and they practice hard, and they're very, very motivated for this year. They think it's a year that they're going to do big things in the competitions.
Absolutely. And like you said, we have that varsity cheerleading squad, but reminded me of one other team we have here that's a cheer squad, and that's our Shining Knights. We want to give a shout-out to the Shining Knights because they were the team of the week for News 4 Jax this week, and Sam Kavaris with the sports team came out here to Creekside yesterday to interview them. All right, guys, so now it's time for a quick record check. So let's take a look at that. And obviously, let's see.
How does it feel to be in last, Andrew?
Yeah.
Because I know it feels good to win.
1-5.
I know what it feels like to be on top.
I've never had a better record.
Ben,
so.
That's flipped what Ben has.
Yeah.
It's a reciprocal,
as
Miss West would say.
I'm pretty there. It's a reciprocal. All right, so let's go ahead and pick our first game. Our first game is going to be University Christian versus Providence. And the reason why we're doing that is because Providence, we play them next week, and Bartram and Ponte Vedra are playing each other this week. So I'm going to go ahead and say my pick first. I say that University Christian is probably going to have the upper hand in this game. They've won the last 2 games this season by margins of over 20 points, and Providence just came off a loss last week, so they're not going to be looking good this week, so I say University Christian rolls.
I've got to agree with Andrew, despite his terrible record with
Yeah.
picking games. I really think that University Christian gets it done. Providence just doesn't have what it takes to keep up with the great quarterback play from University Christian.
Yeah, like you said, Tim Betros leading University Christian as their quarterback, but I'm not sure how good Providence is this year, but I know University Christian, like you said, winning by 23 over West Nassau last week. So I'm picking University Christian, Andrew.
All right, guys, so our next game is the Bartram Trail Bears at Ponte Vedra. And so that's going to be a very interesting game. Ben, what are your thoughts on this week's game?
Ponte Vedra coming off a bad loss last week against Orange Park. They struggled in the fourth quarter, giving up 14 points, but Bartram, they ran the ball for over 230 yards last week. Over six different guys got to carry the ball last week, Andrew. And if it comes down to special teams, Bartram's going to win the game. So I'm picking Bartram.
All right, Joseph.
Special teams is a big part of Bartram Trail football, and they have Nick Arubaru, who has just been absolutely ridiculous for them. Their running game is out of control, and honestly, I think Bartram rolls right over Ponte Vedra with little to no issue this week.
All right, so it's Bartram Trail, it's Ponte Vedra. I'm sort of caught between a rock and a hard place with my own morals. So I'm going to say they do the impossible and the game ties. So
not much I can say to that, Andrew.
Okay.
I'm kind of stuck on that.
If it's not a tie, then it's Ponte Vedra loses.
Yeah, because we all dislike Ponte Vedra more than we dislike Bartram.
Ponte Vedra loses. All right? So, guys, now it's time for the...
Was that a Bartram win? Did you just pick
Ponte
Bartram
Vedra loses.
All right.
Now, guys, it's time for this week's game. It's Creekside at Mandarin, and with last week's outcome, what do you expect to see this week?
Well, we're going to see some different looks this week. A couple changes on the defensive line. We may see Ryan Broski play some nose guard. Livio Hoxa's a little banged up. We may see some Nico Toto at running back. So I think keys to the game, stopping the run, throwing the ball around. Mitch Renda's making plays. Knights are going to win.
All right, Joseph.
Well, the Creekside Knights haven't lost 2 games in a row since 2010, and I don't think that trend is going to stop here. The Knights are going to beat Mandarin in a close game, but I really think that the offense gets going, the defense steps up, and we see a resilient Creekside Knights football team.
And I agree with both of you, and I say that, like we said earlier, motivation is going to be a huge thing this week. Adam's going to be strong this week because he wants to do better than he did last week. And that's our entire team. And so the Knights are going to win this one. We don't have the helmet because it's an away game, but that's about it for KNN High School Game Day. Guys, any last thoughts?
Let's bring home a win. Sorry, Mandarin.
Yeah.
Get the season going right.
Get ready, Mandarin. All right, that's it for KNN High School Game Day. Have a great day, Creekside.
Great day.